Hey everyone, today I want to walk you through a powerful tool I have been using that honestly changed how I handle my long-form content creation process, Vizard. If you create videos, teach online classes, run business meetings, or just want to turn long recordings into snackable social media clips without losing the good bits, then you should definitely stick around. I am going to show you why Vizard is not just another basic auto editor, it actually understands how to find the specific moments that matter. It turns those raw files into ready-to-post content, saves you hours of tedious work, and helps you publish consistently without having to babysit a manual scheduler. So first off, let's talk about the initial setup because that is where a lot of these automated tools tend to lose people. With Vizard, you do not need to wrestle with complicated editing timelines or learn a dozen different keyboard shortcuts just to get started. You simply upload a long video, whether it is a lecture, a podcast, or a webinar, and the built-in AI does all of the heavy lifting for you. It analyzes the entire footage, identifies the most engaging clips, and assembles them into short, vertical, or square posts perfectly optimized for platforms like TikTok or Instagram. That auto-editing viral clips feature works surprisingly well because it actually picks out the punchlines and the parts people really want to share. I am not going to sugarcoat this. Traditional editing workflows can be incredibly brutal and time-consuming. I used to spend countless hours trimming footage, finding sound bites, and manually reformatting everything for each specific platform. Tools like professional editing suites are powerful, sure, but they require a significant amount of time and technical skill to use effectively. Some newer AI editors try to help, but either oversimplify the process or lock you behind an expensive enterprise price tier that is just not accessible. Vizard strikes a much better balance by offering smart automated picks plus the ability to tweak everything if you care about fine details. Let me show you how the interface behaves once you get inside your dashboard. On your main page, you have your uploads, and each video you add gets analyzed automatically. Vizard surfaces suggested clips with thumbnails and even provides suggested captions or hooks for you to use. You can preview each clip, edit the start and end points if you want, or apply one of the many platform-ready templates. There are pre-made templates for things like reaction videos, teasers, quote overlays, and how-to snippets. I absolutely love that you can batch generate dozens of these clips in one go. Literally, you can upload a 90-minute lecture and you will have a stack of ready-to-post content in just a few minutes. One feature I keep coming back to is the auto-schedule functionality. Instead of manually scheduling every single post, you tell Vizard your posting frequency and it fills the calendar for you automatically. Want 3 posts a week across both TikTok and LinkedIn? It gets the job done instantly. It staggers the clips intelligently so you are not accidentally posting the exact same topic to every channel at the same time. It is like giving your content a little social media assistant that knows exactly when to push stuff out so you do not have to micromanage the timing. And speaking of scheduling, the content calendar is actually useful rather than just being a marketing gimmick. It shows all your upcoming posts and lets you drag and drop items to rearrange them as your plans change. You can make quick edits to captions, hashtags, or thumbnails right there inside the calendar view. If a clip suddenly becomes relevant due to breaking news, you can bump it up to the front and reschedule with a single click. That level of control combined with high-level automation is what makes Vizard feel like it was built for creators who value time and consistency. Now, beyond just the editing and scheduling, Vizard is smart about understanding the actual context of your video. It can identify multiple speakers, separate topics into distinct chapters, and tag the most important highlights. For example, in a classroom recording, you can mark key moments like definition of a concept, and Vizard will group similar moments across videos. So if you want to find every clip where you explained a specific topic over a whole semester, you can do that with ease. That is an absolute lifesaver for course creators and educators who have a massive archive of content. There is also a very intelligent highlight system that works behind the scenes. You can manually tag a timestamp or let Vizard detect high engagement sections based on audio cadence, reaction, or visual cues. The tool even suggests viral-worthy cuts, short clips with a strong hook, but you can always customize them to fit your specific brand voice. It is sort of like having a talented junior editor who is completely obsessed with what performs best on social media. One thing I really appreciate is that the AI does not only cut your videos, it also contextualizes them. For each clip, Vizard can auto-generate a short summary and caption ideas, sometimes even pulling suggested hashtags tailored to the content. It will recommend a thumbnail frame and suggest text overlays that match the current platform best practices. That tiny time saver adds up incredibly fast, especially when you are producing content at scale. Let's talk about accuracy and some of the inevitable trade-offs involved. Transcription is generally solid, but nothing is perfect when you are dealing with wild accents or poor audio quality. Vizard's speech-to-text handles multiple languages and speaker diarization pretty well, though heavy jargon might still need minor manual fixes. Compared to competitors that charge per minute of transcription, Vizard gives a good blend of speed and quality without requiring third-party services. The summary and chaptering features are honestly next level for note-takers and students who need to organize information quickly. Suppose you recorded a guest lecture. Vizard will split the video into chapters like introduction, core concepts, case study, and Q&A. It then generates a concise summary of the lecture and lists action items or follow-ups for you to look at later. That is extremely handy for people who want to study quickly, or for teams that need to extract tasks directly from meetings. It is way easier than scrubbing through an hour-long recording just to find one concrete task item. There is also a compare and contrast angle here because some other auto editors focus purely on aesthetics or canned music. That can be useful for influencers, but not so much for educators who need accurate context and transcript-based clips. Vizard understands the difference and gives you both snappy, shareable edits and context-aware outputs. When it comes to privacy and integrations, Vizard lets you keep your projects private or export everything to your own cloud storage. It integrates with Google Drive, Dropbox, Notion, and a bunch of scheduling platforms so you can sync assets straight into your workflow. If you are paranoid about cloud storage, you can also opt for local export and store your files yourself. For teams, the real-time collaboration features let multiple people comment on clips and approve posts effortlessly. That beats having a long email chain or a dozen Slack messages trying to figure out which take to use. Now, thinking about real-world usage, for students, imagine recording a lecture and getting a set of 30-second highlights for review. For podcasters, upload your long interview and let Vizard make the clips that get attention on socials, the teaser with the best quote, or the funny interruption. For marketers and course creators, you can repurpose long webinars and create a month's worth of social snippets in one sitting. One of my favorite features is the aggregate summarization, where you can pull summaries across multiple videos. For a course, you can pick 5 lectures on one topic and Vizard will create a consolidated summary and a knowledge structure. It even gives study suggestions like flashcard ideas or visual aids to make almost like having a second brain. Comparison time. Not to bash others, but context matters in this industry. Tools like Headliner or Descript are great in their niches, but Descript can get pricey at scale, and Headliner lacks end-to-end scheduling. Vizard's sweet spot is the middle ground: robust auto-editing, native scheduling, and a content calendar that actually scales with you. One quirk to be aware of: the first time you run a long batch, you might want to review the AI picks manually because human touch always adds value. But after a few rounds, Vizard learns your style, and the suggestions get significantly more on point. Also, some super specific niche jargon might need manual caption tweaks, but that is true for any speech-to-text system. If you are curious about pricing, Vizard offers a few tiers so creators can scale up as their needs grow. There is a free option that gives you a taste, and paid tiers for teams and higher volume creators. The value really kicks in when you start automating scheduling and batch generation, save hours every week, and keep your channels consistently fed. Before I wrap up, one tiny but practical thing I love. If you are working across phones and desktop, Vizard keeps everything in sync. Upload from desktop, tweak on your phone, approve on the tablet during a commute. The cross-device sync actually works smoothly. So yeah, long story short, Vizard made me way more consistent on socials without turning me into a full-time editor. It is not perfect, and sometimes you will want to fine-tune things, but for creators who need volume, speed, and smart picks, it is a massive time saver. If you want to try it, I will put a link in the description so you can test the auto-editing and the scheduling features right now. If you have any questions about workflows, whether you're a student, podcaster, or course creator, Drop a comment and I will help you map it out. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching and I will see you all in the next video.